Hello and welcome to the Bigger Flip Show. My name is Michael Pinter. I teach you how to start flipping houses, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So we're going through a very long series. I have made almost all these mistakes, but this series is about mistakes that real estate investors make. So yesterday we dealt with using non-important information to come up for a value. So for example, a pool or extra lot size. I mean, pool counts in a few areas, but most areas it doesn't. I give it a zero value whatsoever. Lot size, if it's slightly bigger, it doesn't matter. But there is very important information that gets missed all the time. So I'll tell you two that come up in Nassau and Suffolk County all the time, and they are school districts. Very, very important. So we have some of the best school districts in the country in Nassau County, such as Jericho, Roslyn, Great Neck, and there are some very, very excellent best of the state districts in Long Island. And there are areas, I'm thinking of Levittown or areas around there, where they're right on the cusp of multiple school districts. So you have to make sure that you are comping properties from the same school district. A great example is Massapequa. Massapequa has 4 school districts, right? Plain Edge, Massapequa, Plainview, and Amityville. Amityville, which is not a bad school district, is seen as the worst of the 4. And if you are comping property, if you're buying a property in Amityville School District and you are comping properties from Plain Edge School District, you can have a very, very rude awakening when you try to sell that property. So it's very important to look at school districts. When you're comping out property, that means using comparable sales to figure out what this property is worth. You want to use the same school district. Another one are taxes. So people get scared by high taxes. High taxes don't scare me if it's typical for the area. So I'll give an example. My office is in Hewlett, School District 14. It's pretty highly taxed. School taxes there are high. And I saw a couple of properties I remember a couple of years ago that were priced very, very attractively. But when I looked at the taxes, the property taxes were more than $10,000 above what the average was in the area. So that could be an issue, right? Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to find a buyer who doesn't care, but it means that most buyers are going to be shocked at the amount of money they need, about their ability to qualify for a loan. So I remember I bought a property a long time ago. I thought it couldn't lose. For $100,000, I bought it in Hempstead, and I didn't know about Hempstead Village taxes. Hempstead Village taxes can be significant. On this house, it was $500 or $600 a month just for village taxes, which I was unaware of. And I went into contract 3 times with people who couldn't qualify for a loan because of the additional village taxes. So you need to look when you're comping out properties. It means when you're coming up with a value for a property, you need to look at, are the taxes on this property in line with what people who are buying properties in this area are going to pay? And sometimes you'll find taxes even lower. And I use that as a tool. I won't raise my asking price on that, but I'm going to use it as a additional incentive to get people saying taxes are extremely low. I'm going to put that into the listing, and it works. It definitely works. All right. So if taxes, for example, in our area, taxes are $12,000 a year is typical, which is very, very common in our area. So $1,000 a month, and you have something that has $8,000 in taxes. You want to let people know, because it helps. It's easier for them to qualify for the loan, because the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is that payment. That's their monthly payment. Their monthly mortgage payment is going to matter for them to qualify for a loan. So you want to emphasize if taxes are low, and you want to be careful if taxes are higher than what's typical, because you may have to lower your price. So looking at taxes and looking at school districts is very, very important. And there are people who don't. And I get property and they're like, this property is worth so much. It looks like a great deal. And I'm like, you didn't notice that in that school district, it's not worth so much. Or you didn't notice the taxes are extremely high, and that is going to turn off potential buyers. So look at taxes and look at school districts when you're coming up for a value. Thank you very much for watching.